Hello, my name is Sharon and I'm speaking to you from the GC Effect in Ubud in Bali. And I wanted to continue with making a series of videos that highlight some of the themes that are coming up in healing sessions. And my hope is that by doing this, that it will support you in understanding something that is moving through you right now. So today's video is about ancestral healing. So what does that mean? When each person incarnates into this life and takes their place within their family line, they inherit some of the energy of their ancestors. And some of this can feel amazing. We get the strengths and the wisdom of our ancestors, which is beautiful and very supportive. But we also inherit the energy or residue of any unfinished business. So this is just stuff that was unable to be processed by the generations before. And this will continue to be passed down until someone in the family line is able to process it on behalf of that family line. So sometimes you might actually hear this as being referred to as ancestral trauma. So what does that mean? It can be heavy emotions. So for example, grief or anger or hurt. And quite often this can feel, as I said, very heavy. And the person who is seeking the healing will have the inclination or the intuition that they're carrying far more than the pain of this lifetime. And they may even have the inclination that it's not all theirs. And most often when that is occurring, they are right. So it can feel that way. It can show up as fears. So for example, irrational fears that have no actual pinpoint, like you find it really difficult to designate a cause. And it can also show up as limiting beliefs or ways of looking at the world which are not supportive. So all of this sounds really heavy. So I think it's really important once we're getting into this work and having a dialogue and a discussion about it, that we also hold in our minds and our hearts that we do also embody the strength and the wisdom of our ancestors. And this can really help us approach the healing in a much lighter and a much more open way, and even a more supportive way. So in terms of the benefits of doing this healing, obviously it clears our own field, and it's a powerful healing session in itself. But it also supports the healing of our ancestors. And there are many indigenous traditions that believe that we have the opportunity to clear up to 7 generations before us, as in support the healing of our ancestors for 7 generations. And it will also clear the path for 7 generations to come. So it is deeply potent work with far-reaching implications. So in preparation for this type of healing, I ask my clients to create an altar that also honors their ancestors. I have many different altars. I have altars for opening sacred space. I have altars for grounding my energy when I'm working with clients. Many different. So altars are very powerful. They're ways of grounding our energy. And it's just really important that you pick items that mean something very profound for you. And on an altar, you really want to have those items that represent the energy that you want in your life, what you want to call into your life. So we're honoring what we already have, which is really important, that sense of gratitude. This is what I really am truly grateful for, and picking items that represent that. You may also have items that then represent what you want to call into your life. And then also having items that honor your ancestors. So something that symbolizes them. And then each day, just giving thanks and honoring the wisdom and gifts that you've received from your ancestors, because that opens up the dialogue to spirit, that yes, we're ready for this type of healing. And it really, that dichotomy is really important, that we don't just inherit traumas or unfinished business, that there's a lot that we have to be grateful for, and that the generations that have come before us have really paved the way. Now, if you're in a position where you don't know who your ancestors are, it really doesn't matter, because you're still honoring the strengths, the wisdom, and you just look at yourself and think about what it is that you embody when challenge has shown up in your life, what are the things that have helped you? What are the ways in which you've been able to show up? And most often than not, that strength or those ways will be something that was gifted to you from generations before. So you may just, you can have flowers that represent abundance or love. And the important thing is that each day that you're just giving thanks for what has come before. And that's what opens up the dialogue. So I hope that something here resonated with you, that this was helpful in some way. And if so, there'll be some information at the end of the video where you can reach out, have a chat, or book a session. Thank you.